One, you want to know where your text tool is, and the keyboard shortcut is just the letter T for like type or text. So that's kind of easy to remember. You could just click it one time and type whatever you want. I guess I will type keyboard. Once you have it typed, you can select the black arrow and you can make it bigger. If you want it to stay proportional, you would hold shift. Okay, another thing you should learn to do is to open up the window that has all of the type um, tools. So character is a good one to start with. And Illustrator has updated where you have access to a lot of fonts that aren't already on your computer. So if you kind of know what type of font you're looking for, this like makes it a lot easier to go find. So let's see here. So right now they always default to Myriad Pro. I've tried to change it. I can't figure out how to change it to default to something else. And there's some basic fonts already on your computer, but you can go, let's start with filters, and they do organize it now to like here's script fonts, here's like black letter Gothic style, we have I guess monospace, handwritten, and then decorative. So that's kind of neat. Let's look at handwritten. So these are the only handwritten ones that are already on my computer that I've used before, but you can go to find more, and they have tons. It's kind of overwhelming. On the iPad, it like organizes it right away, but it looks like on the computer, you just have to, again, filter like what you're looking for. Let's try hand ones, kind of handwritten ones, is that what that is? Yeah, there you go. And there you go, and so there's like little clouds by them, so you would just download it if there's like a certain font that you think matches the mood of your mood board. Oh, I misspelled board. I just noticed mood board. Okay. So let's say you misspell something. Just double click it, and you should be able to retype. Okay. Let's say you want to type on an arc. It's a great idea to get your pen tool, click one anchor point, click and drag another one, and then click the third one. You can hit the letter A. I'm going to flip my fill to be a stroke, my fill to be none. You can move around your arc, figure out where you want it, design it however you want. You can really design any shape you want. Then you can hit the letter T, which brings out our text tool, and you see, like now, if there's a box, you click one time, you'll just type wherever. Oops. Try that one more time. Click. You can type wherever. If you are in the type tool and you click and drag, you can make a box to type into. So this is kind of like when you're on like a Word document, it automatically indents for you. Sometimes that's kind of neat to have these like little boxes. It is kind of handy because then later you can like resize them and stuff and do whatever it is you need to do. But then the third way is hit the letter T, and then, okay, so see how it's in the box right now? Watch how my cursor changes. See how it's like a little slash line? That means it's going to type across your line, okay, that you make, and then that line turns invisible. So that's pretty neat as well. There's more little tricks to it. You're definitely welcome to test it out and play around. And other things I use a lot too is like the spacing and whatnot. So like maybe you want spacing between the letters just to kind of get it to like fit. You can even type in 1,000. So now there's like big spaces there. You can do spaces between lines, all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to think what else you might need to know. Oh, yes. When you are done, not everyone's going to have the font you're using downloaded. So I recommend, copying your font, maybe putting it over on the side of the board so that no one else can see it. This is, a type tool because I can double click it and change it. But a good idea when working with art and sending it out to people is to change your type into artwork. Okay, so to do that, select the type and then go up to the type menu and you have create outlines. And what happened is I just changed it to be art. Do you notice all these anchor points? So if I misspelled something, I'm kind of too bad. Like if I double click, it's not happening. It's just going to ungroup what I just did. But so it's not like a type feature anymore, if you guys totally get what I'm saying. But you can treat it like artwork, you know, because you have all these anchor points. If you really wanted to like redesign your type something special, you could definitely do that. So, you know, you can give it outlines. I don't know. I can do whatever I feel like. You can make your stroke width. Like now it's basically like artwork, right? So that's important to know, especially as you like share Illustrator files and maybe you don't, you know, necessarily want the person to like retype something. You could just change it to artwork, and that person won't have to download your font either. So that's helpful. Okay, anyways, I want to wrap up this video. Reach out if you guys have more questions or you just want to talk about type.